Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I drink? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. St. Mary people, Portland people, where are we now? Drop it in the comment section below. Remember, we are heading to Hope Bay in the parish of Portland. Continue to sit back, continue to relax, and continue to enjoy this journey with me. In this first story, now, have you seen the video of a mother who was involved in a fight? She had a baby in her hands. She dropped the baby on the ground and continued fighting. That incident took place at Alder District in the Bluefields Police area in the parish of Westmoreland. It took place on Thursday night, October 26, about some minutes after 9 o'clock. Well, that video, it went viral and the police, they got involved. The mother of that baby girl is now facing criminal charges. She was charged on Wednesday of this week for cruelty to a child. Her name is Brittney Barton. She is a 21-year-old hairdresser of Alder District. The 1-year-old baby girl was taken from her and is in state care. So, Brittney, she'll be going to the courts shortly. In this next story, now, this one is called "This is the Reason Why Trust is Important." This one is called "Working with the Police is Very Important." This one is called "Being Able to Trust the Police is Very, Very Important." Listen this now, and from the start, I'm gonna take time out to big up the intelligencers and the St. James Police. I carried a story on Saturday, September 30. I told you that the previous day, Hoodlums, they broke into a 2-story concrete house in the Fairfield Avenue area of Irwin in the parish of St. James. The Hoodlums, they pried open the front and back doors to the downstairs section of the house. They then used a saw to cut a section of the grill at the front door. The Hoodlums, they then entered the house and ransacked it. They ended up stealing a quantity of items to include a HP laptop. The Hoodlums, they also broke off the lock to the metal safe and stole from the said safe 2 licensed Remington shotguns and a total of 50 12-gauge cartridges and 10 9mm cartridges. They then made good their escape. Now, 1 week later, on Thursday, October 5, the St. James Police, acting on intelligence, they carried out a raid in the retirement community. A garbage bin and an empty lot was searched, and the 2 shotguns, along with 17 rounds of 12-gauge cartridges, were found in the garbage bin. No one was arrested in connection with this find, but that did not stop the police from trying to find the culprits. Last week, Thursday afternoon, November 9, about 1 o'clock, the police, they received more intelligence. As a result, they went to Car Crescent in Montego Bay. A 14-year-old hoodlum, he was arrested by the police. His name is Jevaughni Tomlinson, but he's popularly known as Cheche. Cheche, he was questioned by the police and him spill the beans. We are told that Cheche, him leak like a bus pipe. Now, early Saturday morning, November 11, the police, they went to the retirement area of St. James where they carried out a raid. 15-year-old Arlando James, popularly known as Dada, he was picked up by the police. Dada, he was questioned by the police and he also spilled his guts. The police, they then went to Crawford Street in the Mount Salem area where 15-year-old Dante Anderson, he was picked up. Dante, him also talk up the things. But he not done yet. He not done yet. Hear this now. Saturday night, November 11, about some minutes after 7 o'clock. The police, they carried out a raid at a house at Tucker in the parish of St. James. They went there for the HP laptop that was stolen from the house, but the laptop was not found. A male and a female were at the house. In fact, they are living at that house. The female's name is Carol Williams. She is 45 years old. Hear this now. Carol is the mother of 15-year-old Arlando James, also known as Dada, who was already taken in custody. And remember, I told you that Dada, him did talk up the things. The guy at the house was Carol's common-law husband. His name is Orville Haughton, but he's known as Romeo. The police, they asked both of them for the laptop that Dada had given to them. Both Carol and Romeo, they took the police to a computer technician who they had given the laptop to remove the passcode that was on it. It is said that they told the technician that they were the owners for the laptop, but they had forgotten the passcode. So the two adults, mother and stepfather, they were charged for receiving stolen property, while their 15-year-old son, Arlando James, and his two cronies, they were charged for housebreaking and larceny. You see? It is parents like these who always defend their kids and talk about how them innocent. Once again, intelligencers, big up on yourself, and St. James Police, job well done. And talking about 15-year-old Hoodlum. Saturday night, November 11, the operators at Byfield's Restaurant and Bar at 3 East in Greater Portmore, they securely locked it up and went away. When they returned to reopen it Monday afternoon, they realized that the restaurant and bar were broken into. Hoodlums, they gained entry by forcing open a window at a section of the building. They entered and stole cash, a black Samsung tablet, and a large quantity of assorted liquor valued at over 120,000 Jamaican dollars. The Hoodlums, they then made good their escape. But on Tuesday, November 14, the Portmore police, they received certain intelligence. As a result, a 15-year-old Hoodlum named Dewayne Robinson, but he's popularly known as Dante. Dante, he's living in the same 3 East area. He was taken into police custody. Dante, he was questioned by the police and he took them to a location where he handed over to the police 7 quarts of Campari, 1 box of 50-gram Grace coconut milk powder, as also the Samsung tablet that was stolen from the restaurant and bar. We are told that Dante, he also gave the police a statement admitting to the role he played in the break-in. Dante, he was charged and he'll be going to the courts shortly. Intelligencers, big up on yourself. And Portmore Police, job well done. In this next story, on Monday, April 10, earlier this year, I carried a story. I told you about an incident that took place the previous afternoon. Sunday, April 9, about 2:30. It took place at the Shrewsbury Housing Scheme in the Petersfield area of Westmoreland. I had reported that a joint police-military team, armed with a search warrant, they went to the home of a guy who the court had issued a bench warrant for. This guy, he was supposed to go to court, but he did not turn up. His name is Ashwayne Stevenson, but he's popularly known as 90s. 90s is in his early 30s. I had reported that the allegations were that the joint police-military team, they cordoned off the house when 90s he jumped through a window and ran next door. The police, they are alleging that 90s he threw an object among some cane plants. 90s was accosted and the object that he threw away was retrieved and bingo. That object, it was found to be one Glock 9mm pistol with a magazine affixed containing 11 rounds of 9mm cartridges. As a result, 90s he was arrested and charged for possession of prohibited weapon and ammunitions. 90s he went to court where he was eventually granted bail. He is currently reporting on condition of bail. Listen me now. Listen me carefully. It is said that years ago, 90s he used to live in the Waterlane area of George's Plain in the parish of Westmoreland, and he was involved in a conflict with that guy on your screen. That guy, his name is Vhonnell Parkinson, but he was popularly known as Gio. Gio was 38 years old, and like I told you, on Friday, November 10, Gio, he was said to be the Don for the Waterlane area. Gio was shot and killed Thursday afternoon, November 9, about 5 o'clock at Waterlane in the same George's Plain area of Westmoreland. Gio, he was standing in the vicinity of a shop and talking to a guy known as Soji. Soji, he is said to be about 30 years old and he is from the parish of Hanover. While they were there talking, a silver Toyota premium motor car drove up and stopped. A hoodlum jumped out of the car, pulled a gun and opened gunfire at Gio and Soji. Both of them ran off in different directions. Gio, he was chased and finished off by his attacker. He received gunshot wounds to his head. Soji, he received gunshot wounds to the right side of his abdomen and he was admitted in hospital in a serious condition. Now, word on the street is that Gio's cronies, they are blaming 90s for the death of Gio. Are you following me? Late yesterday afternoon, Thursday, November 16, about some minutes to 6 o'clock, a 28-year-old female. She is a teacher at the Petersfield High School in the parish of Westmoreland. I am told that she is 90's wife, but that has not yet been verified. What we have verified, though, is that this teacher, she is the mother of a 7-year-old son who is also 90's son. Are you following me? So, late yesterday afternoon, this female teacher, she was driving a 2013 Toyota Axio motor car. In the car with her were their 7-year-old son and another 7-year-old boy. She was driving along a section of the Shrewsbury Housing Scheme main road, but hoodlums were trailing her and she did not know. On reaching a section of the main road, we are told that she slowed down to navigate a pothole. The hoodlums who were traveling behind her in a white Toyota Axio motor car, they aimed a barrage of gunshots at the Toyota Axio that she was driving. The female teacher, she pressed gas and drove away, managing to drive away, leaving the hoodlums. It was then realized that her son and the other child, they were bleeding, but luckily they were not shot. But the motor car was riddled with bullets. The two youngsters, they had received injuries from the shattered glass. They were rushed to a nearby medical facility where they were treated. The police, they were informed. And you want to know something? Listen me now. The police were informed, and when they processed this crime scene, 23 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. You heard what I just said? 23 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. So it is possible that over 30 bullets were fired at this car with the 28-year-old teacher, her 7-year-old son, and the other 7-year-old boy in it. Because most likely, some of the spent shells may have fallen in the Toyota Axio that the Hoodlums were traveling in. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all, so that whenever we drop a new video, you'll be one of the first to be notified. In the final story for today, on Friday afternoon, September 2, last year, that youngster on your screen, his name is Nevado Maitland, but he was popularly known as Teflon. Teflon, he was a student at the Tivoli Gardens High School. Teflon and other children, they were seated at the front of his yard at 4th Street in Trenchtown in Kingston when a hoodlum fired shots at one of his rivals. None of the bullets did not hit the intended target. One of the bullets pierced a metal gate and hit Teflon, killing him on the spot. This was done in the full view of a lot of persons, and right away, persons knew who the shooter was. That shooter was that guy on your screen. His name is Desroy Walker, but he was popularly known as Shamar. The police, they listed Shamar as wanted and encouraged him to come in and give up himself. But Shamar, he never did. Shamar, he was still on the street creating mayhem. On Thursday evening, November 2, about 7:30, earlier this month, there was another shooting incident. This time at 3rd Street in the same Trenchtown area. A total of 7 persons, to include a 10-year-old boy, were shot. Those 2 guys on your screen, they died as a result. The one to your left is 26-year-old Desmore McKenzie, but he was popularly known as Nico, and 34-year-old Romaine Maragh, popularly known as Coolie. Reports are that a group of persons were playing domino when a motorcar drove up and stopped. 4 hoodlums jumped out of the car and opened gunfire at the group of persons. They then made good their escape in the said motorcar. Now, 3 of the shooters who carried out this mayhem, they were readily identified by their aliases. They were identified as Pepe, Shamar, and Juju. I said Shamar, and he's the same guy who is again on your screen, Desroy Walker. Remember that he was already wanted for the killing of 15-year-old Teflon. So Shamar, he ran away to St. Elizabeth, where he was hiding out. But the intelligencers, they got to work. Early Wednesday morning, November 15, a team of police officers from the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch, popularly known as CTOC, acting on intelligence, they journeyed to the parish of St. Elizabeth, where they teamed up with police personnel from that police division. They then journeyed to our premises in the Burn Savannah area, where wicked man Shamar, he was spotted. And Shamar, he decided to go out with his gun blazing, but in less than 5 seconds, it was all over. Shamar, he was put down. The police, they took from Shamar 1 Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol. It was affixed with a magazine containing 8 rounds of 9mm cartridges. Shamar, he died on the spot. Another hoodlum bites the dust. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this